People of Reddit. What was the naughty thing you did in college? Story 1.
Not me, but my best friend made a stink bomb out of sardines, canned oysters, milk, and soy sauce, which he left by the furnace for a week. It was the fucking most foul shit I had ever smelled, until his later stink bombs involving yeast was extremely potent. He put some in a spice jar to contain it, and also put it in another glass jar just to make sure none of it spilled. But it was so potent that you could still get a whiff of the smell if you got close enough. Anyways, he asked the teacher to go to the bathroom and left. But as he was going in, another kid went in as well, but went to the stall. My friend walks right in front of the stall and takes the cap off to splat an X on wall of this stuff that looked like gray throw up. He comes back to class and him and I are trying to play out cool, but another person asked to get a drink of water, which was near the bathrooms. He comes back and comes right next to me and my friend and tells his other friends about the horrible smell. At this point, it takes everything in our power to keep us from bursting out laughing. I also go and look down the hallway at the bathroom and everyone has their shirts over their noses and is walking really fast past. And one kid opened the door to the bathroom and immediately turned back around. Anyways, we go back at lunch to see if it still smells, and oh my god, did it. There was one kid that was coming out as we were going in who whispers under his breath, "Fuck." The rest of the day was full of people talking about how bad the bathrooms smell, and every time I hear it I have to stifle a laugh. But the best part came when my friend and I stayed after school until 6 and decided to go check the smell. As we were walking toward the bathrooms about 150 feet away, the smell blasted us. It was weird because the smell never mattered that far before. But we kept going, and as we got closer the smell of bleach became ever stronger. The bathroom was completely soaked in bleach to get rid of the smell, but the fishy smell still prevailed.
Story 2.
This girl asked me to grope her ass through her leggings right in the back of our junior high classroom. We were teamed up, working on some project, and we were somewhat obscured by this bookshelf or something in the corner of the room. I remember feeling such a mix of fear and excitement that I'd never experienced before. Naughty. I pulled the fire alarm once in high school. Overrated. Last year of high school, my friend and I met at a diner one night, and while furiously smoking cigarettes and drinking bottomless coffee, devised a plan to boost a rack of newly installed audio equipment from the school, borrowed a car, took the license plate off, met up at 5 a.m. and somehow didn't go to jail with felonies. Wouldn't recommend it.
Story 3.
In 4th grade, this girl next to me was constantly turned away with her back to me talking to her friend. I resented the lack of attention so much that I would stick boogers in her desk while she was sitting right there. In 8th grade, we were on a field trip and one girl, who I thought was hot and was sort of flirting with / kissing at the time, really had to pee, but I, being the de facto leader of our little asshole-ridden clique, decided that we didn't have time for a bathroom break and she peed herself. On top of being humiliated, we were hours from home and she had to wear those pants the rest of the day. In 9th grade, I dated a girl that I didn't like and was in no way attracted to because she did my homework. Also in 9th grade, I glued a quarter to the ground and watched the overweight janitor try to pick it up. In 10th grade, I drank a gallon of milk, 16 cartons, at lunch, then went to the assistant principal's office and threw up all over his desk. Printed 1,000 copies of a picture of a baby dressed as Hitler smoking a cigar over the school's Wi-Fi before they learned about secure networks, from my iPod, library printer / copy Mac.
Story 4.
My time to shine. In elementary school, a friend I didn't hang out with much told me and another guy, in detail, how he cornered and then did something terrible with one of his cats when he was sure no one was home. He then, seeming to realize the error of telling us, made us swear to tell no one. Guess what was the first thing I told my pal that next morning? Well, a few days go by and I'm sick and absent from school. So, with me missing, my pal went to spend time with our mutual semi-friend and a couple of other guys during recess. He then leans in and says, "So, is it true what you did with your cat?" The story then spreads like smallpox asterisk, and by the end of the day everyone, even the teachers, knew what he did. Fast forward 5 years and we are all in high school. I mentioned in passing what happened years ago between said person and his cat with new friends. One of those new friends has 5th period with that kid the same day. And in the middle of class, when it is dead silent, he stands, turns around slowly, ominously, and locks eyes with the poor kid. He then pauses ever so slightly before pointing at him with all of the conviction of death itself and whisper yells. Caught, fuck error. The kid's face went pale and the story exploded once more.
Story 5.
Guy a couple of years younger than me came into our chemistry lesson, gave the teacher a clean right hook and the teacher was out cold. No words exchanged and the fella just nonchalantly walked out, leaving us to freely mess around with zinc and Bunsen burners. Dinner lady accused a lad of nicking soft drinks and his mother didn't take kindly to this poor woman grassing on her boy. During the queue for lunch the following day, this lad's mother came in shouting and screaming at the dinner lady and then smashed her round the chops with her handbag. Turns out she had put a brick in it and almost killed the poor dinner lady. During the school play someone had sabotaged one of the props, supposed to be a bottle of whiskey but usually filled with apple juice. Some kid replaced it with piss, so the fella acting drank piss live on stage. As a bonus, a separate year someone took a mega shit behind the stage in a little pitch dark corridor used to access each wing. Half the cast had stinking shitty shoes. Just a couple of odd ones. There were plenty more.
Thank you for watching. Be sure to comment your opinion about these stories, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss new stories.